What's going on, guys? It is Garrett and Lincoln here. Final recording of our recording session today. We've been just going at it today.
All we do is work.
Yep. And so this is going to be our discussion on what exactly is going up with the lightweight division right now. Because obviously Khabib retired last week, and there's been some stuff going on. So first and foremost, talk about Khabib retiring. And more so, according to Dana White is now, despite what this article will have you believe, the article title and everything like that, there has not been anything concrete from Habib Nurmagomedov about whether or not he was going to actually make a return. But Dana White has a feeling he will return. Now, anybody will do anything for money, so there's a chance. There's always a chance. But as of this moment right now, Habib is retired. We've not heard anything from him. But Dana White has a feeling that Habib might want to go for that 30-0, that 30-0 victory. Now, the part of the reason that Dana White and even some fans out there have this feeling is because Habib promised his father before his father died that they were going to retire after they got the perfect 30-0. That was always something that was talked about. That was talked about before Habib's father passed away. And there's a chance that they might want to go for that. Whether it's GSP or not, we don't know. But there's always that chance. There's always a chance that something like that would happen because, Habib likes to be a man of his word. And we all know from his retirement last week that he promised his mother, he promised his father he'd fight Justin Gaethje, but he promised his mother that would be after he beat Justin, he would retire. But if he did come back and he fought GSP, then his GOAT status is cemented. He is the GOAT forever. So I think that's always there's always that possibility there. But like I said, we don't have anything concrete. Dana White is just kind of like doing what he does and looking to get something set up.
He's always looking for a fight. Dana White.
Yeah. So I will leave the link to this video in the description. I'm sorry, the link to this article in the description. You guys can check it out and see it for yourself because there's different interviews with Dana White. There's all this other stuff. Oh yeah, and here's the other thing. Dana White, this is a quote from him. Habib and I have been talking. He was completely emotional that night when he got through that fight. I have a feeling that he might go for 30. That's another thing to take into consideration. Habib really was in a whirlwind of emotions when he beat Justin Gaethje. And we all know that people do certain things when they're in whirlwinds like that. So there's always that possibility he might change his mind later down the line, as many people who have retired have before, like McGregor, like Cejudo, like George St. Pierre Even has come back from retirement before. So there's always a chance.
Like Floyd Mayweather every month.
Yeah. But that also brings in question if Habib is permanently retired, who's going to take up that mantle? And
who is going to take up that mantle?
Yeah. Well,
we got a lot of possibilities here in the lightweight division.
We have at least 4 possible contenders that could potentially pick up that mantle. One of the 2, according to Dana White, as of yesterday, after the fights yesterday when it was confirmed, apparently we have the Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 2 is apparently a done deal. Apparently it's been signed and is good to go for early 2021. However, we do not have specifics. Again, I'll link this in the description, this article from Bloody Elbow in the description. But it's there. We have that opportunity. So there's a good chance McGregor and Poirier could potentially compete for the belt.
Or title contender eliminator fight.
Yes, exactly. Or like you said, the victor of that bout could go on to fight for the belt. And then, of course, the other two people we have fighting for the belt are Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje.
Which I would love to see Justin versus Tony too at some point in the future.
Right. So there's potential for that because, and the reason being, Justin Gaethje just fought for the belt, so there's a potential that he could, deserve his own rematch. I'm sorry, another shot at the title is what he probably deserves. Tony Ferguson never technically got that chance at the title, but he lost to Gaethje. So it kind of makes you wonder, okay, so are they going to have a rematch? Is Tony going to be the person to actually fight McGregor or Poirier, depending on who wins that fight? And then whoever wins that goes on to win the belt. So let's say if Poirier beats McGregor, it could be Poirier and Ferguson, like it was initially, like we were initially talking about. The rumors for that were going around earlier, a few months prior.
For sure.
Yeah. And if McGregor wins, we got McGregor versus Ferguson, or McGregor versus Gaethje. All these different fights that were being talked about.
Chandler's in the mix.
God, yeah. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
One step at a time. Oh my God.
Meanwhile, portals are opening up and Bellator fighters are soaking in.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate. It's an interesting topic, because it just makes you wonder. Because Gaethje's ready to go whenever. I mean, it's crazy to think that pretty much every single one of these men that we're talking about not only could be a champion, but have been interim champions.
Or real champions.
But have all four been interim champions of the lightweight division.
Mm-hmm.
McGregor being the only one who was ever actually a
united the belts.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. That's tough because what are McGregor's chances?
McGregor could walk in and get a title fight for all I care. Like, that's just what happens. Like, if you want to sell big money, you just go, all right, Connor's fighting for a belt. Fuck it. Where's your belt? Where's your belt, Dana?
Which I always thought was interesting because apparently Nurmagomedov versus Gaethje apparently was one of the weaker financial draws this year at only like 675,000 buys.
Yeah, but I think that has more to do with the time frame that it was on.
Yeah, right. I mean, started at 11 a.m. here Eastern time.
Yeah, I was at work for most of that day.
Exactly. So not a lot of people were going to be able to watch that fight.
Exactly, not live.
And think about it, some bars aren't even open at 11.
Exactly.
So it was very strange.
That's one of the lowest ones. But you take what you can get,
I think it actually says more that it even got 675,000.
Exactly. It still did well.
Yeah. Still made money. Khabib definitely made money.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So yeah, it kind of just, so the only thing that's confirmed right now is we've got
Conor versus Dustin, supposedly, allegedly.
Yeah, even though they say the contract is signed, we don't know for sure when it's going to take place.
Until Ariel Helwani says it, I don't believe it.
Right. And we know Tony Ferguson is currently training to get something. He's doing something. I don't know what he's training for. And Gaethje's probably going to need some time to recover. Not a lot of time, but we'll see what happens.
Sure.
Well, according to Gaethje, he only got choked out, so he didn't really get seriously
injured. According to him, it doesn't matter at all how many times you get choked out.
Yeah. So yeah. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below in relation to the lightweight division, what's happening, what's going on, who do you think is going to be in the top two position to fight for the title? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And unless Lincoln has anything left to say, think we're out of here.
No, sir. We're out of here.
All right. Well, then we'll definitely see you guys next time.
Hope you all have a great day.